Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this infinity dress with slipper size slits and pockets. If this is something you're interested in, please subscribe, like this video, comment in the comment section. Watch the video to the end and let's get started. To get the gathered part of the infinity dress, you have to make use of your high waist circumference. My waist circumference times 3 divided by 2. So for the front part, we'll be having 43.5 and for the back 43.5 also. I will be working with skirt length of 44 inches, including 2 inches sewing allowance. I've minus 1.5 inches for the skirt band. The next thing I will be doing is to notch the middle part of the skirt. The skirt has already been folded into 2, so I just fold it again into quarter. That is the quarter part. The next thing I'll be doing is to slit the fold. I'm done slitting the fabric. We'll be placing the smaller fabric on the bigger one to mark our zipper allowance. I just place my tape rule to mark 8 inches for my zipper allowance. Then I'll cross to my machine to sew it. To fix in your zipper, you have to place the zipper end directly to the end of the sewing allowance this way and sew it straight down. When done with the first side, you can open up the zipper so that you'll be able to sew the other side. I'm done fixing the zipper. This is how it looks, neat and it looks invisible. Guys, to learn how to fix your zipper perfectly, you can check my channel for the video. See, you can see how nice the zipper come out. So for the slit, I'll be folding it in by half an inch, then sew the slit. The next thing I'll be doing is to make a gather stitch at the skirt waistline. So I'm done stitching it. So I'm picking one of the 2 ropes. You can pick from the upper part or from the down part. I'll be using my hand to gather the pleats and also to adjust the fabric like so. I'm done gathering the pleat. So the next thing I'll be doing, so I'll just use my hand to place the pleat well. The next thing I'll be doing is to measure my round waist circumference divided by 2 on the skirt front fabric. That is 14.5. So what I have here is not enough. I'm just using my hand to spread the gathers. So I'm just spreading it out. And now I'll remeasure again. I'll be placing my tape rule from the point that I mark 1 inch. That is after the sewing allowance. So I'll be placing my tape rule to the other part that I chalked out, and now I have 14.5 inches. Let's proceed to the basket. The first thing we'll be doing is to mark out your 1 inch sewing allowance. Then you go to the other side and mark 1 inch sewing allowance before you start measuring your waist circumference. Now I'll be marking my round waist circumference divided by 2. So for the back part, we will be inserting elastic. For this reason, I'll be adding extra 5 inches to the back skirt because of the elastic that I'll be inserting later on. So I just added extra 5 inches now to the basket waistline. We are done with the basket. To cut the pocket, I folded this fabric into 4. So I'll first of all cut the down part in a cuff way. The next thing is to measure my hand opening. I just place my hand this way. So I measured my hand opening 7 inches. I'm just trimming the top part because I don't have enough fabric, so I just put this together, and I want the gown to have pocket. The next thing I will be doing is to mark my pocket starting line. So from the waistline, I place my tape rule to mark 3 inches. From that 3 inches, I'll be attaching my
pockets. Also on the other side, I mark 3 inches. I'm placing my pocket right on the 3 inches that I came down with, and I will be doing the same thing on the other side too. I'll be placing it same way I did the first one, and I will sew it down. I'm done sewing the pockets down. The next thing I'll be doing is to place the basket on top of the front skirt. So I'll be joining it together this way. So I'm trying to secure my pocket roll to place everything on each other. So that is what I'm just doing currently. So from the top, from the waistline, I will be sewing it this way downward, and also on the other side I'll be stitching it down the same way I did the first one, in the same direction. I'm done joining the front and the back here together, so everything is in place. Also on the other side, I've joined everything together. I'll set the skirt aside and continue with the rest. The next thing I'll be working on is the dress stripe. The stripe is 1 yard and 35 inches long. You can make yours 2 yards and a half. I'm short of fabric, so that's why I make mine 1 yard and 35 inches. To calculate the width of the stripe, my bust circumference divided by 4 plus 5 inches extra for gathering the plate. I've gone ahead to sew my stripe into 2, then I sew it. This edge I'm not going to be sewing it, but this edge I've sewed it. So what I'll be doing next is to turn it out. We turn the right side out. I'll be doing the same thing on the toe strap. With this side, I'm going to be gathering the plate. I'm done sewing the stripe edge, so I'm just drawing the rope, one of the rope, to gather my pleats. This pleat will prevent my stripe from being flat on the chest line. It will add to my bust, and we are done with the stripe part. So let's go to the next one. Here we are having 2.5 inches band. We are having 2 bands. One is the outer band, the other one is the inner band for cover up. To get the width of the band, a round waist circumference plus 7 inches, 5 inches is for elastic, while the 2 inches is for sewing allowance. Like the right side, they're going to be marking 1 inch, the other side they're going to be marking 1 inch. So that makes it 2 inches. So 5 inches for elastic, 2 inches for sewing allowance. I'll go ahead now and mark 1 inch for sewing allowance. After the 1 inch sewing allowance, I'll be marking my round waist circumference divided by 2, that is 14 inches 0.6 centimeter. I'll be placing the stripe on the band. From the middle part, I'll be going in by 1 inch by the right, 1 inch by the left. So I'll just demonstrate what I'm explaining. Although this is the wrong way of placing the stripe. I went in by 1 inch. On the other stripe, I went out by 1 inch. So this is what I mean, like overlap. I overlap it so that the cleavage will not be showing this way. So I just pin it together. So I'll be placing it now the right way. So this is the right way to place it on the band. If you notice by the side over there, after the 1 inch allowance that I left earlier, I still go ahead and left and mark another 1 inch allowance before placing the strap, because I don't have enough fabric and I also want the strap to cover my bust very well. That is the reason why I left extra 1 inch after the 1 inch sewing allowance. So altogether we will be having 2 inches. One is for sewing allowance, while the other one is just an extra. the next thing I'll be doing is to place the other band on top of the band with the strap and sew it. So I'm done sewing it. This is what we have. Now it's time for us to attach the skirt part to the band. What I'm doing right now is measuring my waist circumference divided by 2. So I'm just measuring it. The side here, I've gone ahead to lose the side. So I'm just adjusting the rope to the waist circumference that I want. So I'm done adjusting the gathers. So I'm just trying to measure my waist again to get the actual waist measurement that I wanted. I hope you guys still remember I make an opening by the side of the skirt. So I'm just placing the band like so to sew the band and the skirt waist together like this, right from the skirt opening and the beginning of the band. So as you can see, I place them together right side facing each other. So I'm just pinning it down so that it will be easier for me to sew it on. So guys, I'm done pinning it round. So I'll go ahead to my machine and sew it round. So this is what you are having. This is how it's come out. I've sewed it round with the band. So we are left with this band without a facing. So we'll be using this other band to turn it in like this. Like I'll be folding it in half an inch. So guys, I will start the sewing right from the opening the other side, and to this side that I just marked. The side that I just marked will serve as my half of my waist circumference for the front skirt. So guys, I will explain the back skirt now. So I'm just cutting the excess fabric. So the first thing I'll be doing is to place my tape rule, mark 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I'll be placing my elastic right after the 1 inch allowance that I just marked. And then I will take it to my machine and tack it down, but I'll not be doing that now. I just want to explain everything. So then the band, you turn it in this way, 1 inch, you fold it in 1 inch. I'm just putting my pin, like I'm just using my pin to tack it down so that you will get what I'm doing over here. So I'll go ahead to do more of it and be tacking it down with my pin. So I'll be pinning it down. So you fold half an inch in. So guys, as you can see, I'm going to sew my elastic band down. So I'll be placing the band just this way that I've explained. I'll be folding it in half inch, then I will sew it. Please guys, don't sew your elastic. You don't sew your elastic down. I'm only sewing the band. So here I'm done sewing the band, like the basket band. I'm done sewing it. What I'm doing here, I'm just setting my elastic well, doing the gathers from the elastic band. I'm just setting it well so that I will continue folding in the band from the back side to the front opening. So guys, the next thing I'll be doing is to test my tape rule and measure my half waist circumference. I've done that. I don't know how I cut that out. So I measure my half waist circumference. Then I cut the elastic band. So the next thing I'll be doing is to proceed and fold the remaining band for the front part. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll be folding in half inch from the side down to the side opening, and here is the dress is ready. And for the side opening, I'll go ahead to join the side opening together like so, like 1 inch sewing allowance that I marked the other time. So I will sew it. I'll cross my machine and sew it, then I'll be showing you guys. So I'm done joining it together. So I'm just checking my band. I still have my 1.5 inches band. So for the down part, I'll cut my machine and sew it. So guys, our infinity dress is ready. See how neat the straps looks and the band. Everything looks so neat. This is the back side. The gathers are well gathered. Also the zipper looks so neat and invisible. You can literally tell until it opens up. That is when you can literally tell there is zipper in between the fabric. And for the slits, I've gone ahead to gum it down with hemming gum. For the down part, I've gone ahead to sew it with my machine. So guys, this is the end of the tutorial. If you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.